Hello and welcome to this episode of TXM TV. I'm Anthony Clyne, Consulting Director at TXM. And this episode is around the lean tools you need to be an adaptable leader. So being a leader these days, it's all about adaptability and bringing your team along with you on the journey and creating a new way of working that's better than you could have imagined, but achieves the short-term objectives, which often are very different to how you imagined the workplace would be. And so some tools for that, there's two tools that I want to share today. And one of them is around planning the work. And sure, we all like post-it notes and collaboration. And given that we are working remotely, we can still do that. And I'll just share a software version. We've got no affiliation with this software. And that is called Miro, M-I-R-O. And so they are it's an area or a software where you click on it and you just collaborate. You can have multiple people on the same page, all mapping out how the work should go. And just like in a workshop, you can quickly create a standard, create a customer journey, a standard day, a procedure, a process, a supply chain. There's many applications for this, and it could be a routine thing or a one-off event. But by thinking of all the things that can go wrong and all the things that are needed, it enables you to create this. And often you don't get it right first time. And the advantage of this is that you can quickly insert tasks or steps when you remember that you don't have them, and you just, oops, need that one, and then we need that person to do something as well. And you can join them all up. So that's the first tool, and that's called Miro, and that's how we do value stream mapping and post-it noting to design new processes for the adaptable leader. Now, the failure mode we're seeing is that when people come in to follow these new processes, the concern is that they're not following the standard work. They're making decisions that compromise the whole process. And we're seeing huge ramifications from this all around the world. And I'd like to take us back to the learning of 1940s in the UK, where the industry got together with the academics and the government, and they formed a group of people that developed training within industry. And it cut training lead times from 4-year apprenticeships down to 12 weeks to get people effective at doing work. But what it does, the same thinking is able to get a short-term temporary person who you recruit for a specific task to do that task with the right intent in a quarter of the time. And so, and it's simply using a process called the what, how, why methodology. So, so if we look here at this template, it's called a job breakdown sheet, and what it does, it says, this is what you need to do, the sequence of steps. This is how you do each step. And typically that's where the training finishes. But as adults, people like to cut corners. People like to do what they can. And culturally, that might be because they can get away with it because no one will notice. It might be because they think it's a better process. And so there's all these decisions that are being made that compromise the what and the how. And that is simply over here, the why. And the why is he explains to people, this is why you need to make that decision. So you don't compromise the process. These are the consequences. These are the immediate consequences and the impact of that and the ramification to everybody involved, including the person doing the work. And that is the job breakdown sheet. So you need to do that. Ideally, they have pictures in the middle about how and instructions and numbers. And you build those numbers into the workplace, into the forms, into the templates, into the layout, and then people can follow the new way of working. So there's some tools about being an adaptable leader, and I hope you can apply those. Hope you can become more adaptable and use lean thinking to reinforce your experience and your leadership skills and become a better leader. So thank you for watching this episode of TXM TV. I'm Anthony Clyne, and I'll see you next time.